Sound the trump in Zion. Raise the alarm on my holy mountain. Let everyone tremble in fear, because the day of the Lord is upon us. It is a day of darkness and gloom, a day of thick clouds and deep blackness. But suddenly, like dawn spreading across the mountains, a great and mighty army appears. Nothing like it has been seen before, or will ever be seen again. Fire burns in front of them, and flames follow after them. Ahead of them lies the land, as beautiful as the Garden of Eden. Behind them is nothing but desolation. Not one thing escapes. They look like horses. They charge forward like war horses. Look at them as they leap along the mountaintops. Listen to the noise they make, like the rumbling of chariots, like the roar of fire sweeping across a field of stubble, or like a mighty army moving into battle. Fear grips all the people. Every face grows pale with terror. The attackers march like warriors and scale city walls like soldiers. Straight forward they march, never breaking rank. They never jostle each other. Each moves in exactly the right position. They break through the defenses without missing a step. They swarm over the city and run along its walls. They enter all the houses, climbing like thieves through the windows. The earth quakes as they advance, and the heavens tremble. The sun and moon grow dark, and the stars no longer shine. The Lord is at the head of the column. He leads them with a shout. This is His mighty army, and they follow His orders. Hey there, Patriots. I want to make sure that you guys give me the thumbs up if you can see me. I don't see it on the screen, but hopefully you guys give me the thumbs up and you're hearing me and you're seeing me and everything's good. I hope so. Today we're going to be talking about something I don't want to tell you about. I don't want to come on here and tell you about more creeps, but it looks like that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. Okay, I'm going to ask you right now, do you see me? Do you see me? Don't give me that if you don't, but I want to hear that you do. Okay, and I'll go, so give me the thumbs up if you can hear me. Merry Christmas to everybody. We are going to make sure that you guys, everything is going to be good. It looks like it's not, but it's, I'm trying to figure it out. Come on, little computer, you can do it. It's always one little thing. At least I don't want to get started and like halfway through the video realize, hey, there's something not working. Okay, wait a minute. That little button wasn't on. Okay, there was a button. Hey there, Patriots. I hope you guys are hearing me and seeing me. Give me the thumbs up if you are, and everything is all good. Do you see me? Okay, now do you? How about that? Everything good? Welcome, Patriots. This is Melissa Red Pill. We're going to be talking about something today that I don't want to actually have to tell you about, but we're going to have to talk about it. Okay, I think that now it's good, right? Give me the thumbs up. Welcome. If you guys are new, I am Melissa Red Pill. We look at the current events in the light of God's Word. This is biblical. This is what's been promised to us for all these years, that one day the exile would be over, we would awaken, and that's exactly what's happened. God promised this would happen, and here we are. That passage that you might not have heard at the beginning, and I'll play a little bit at the end, is from Joel chapter 2, talking about this great and mighty army that would appear, and that is you guys. That is us. The Lord has chosen us for this amazing day. Yay! Okay, so everybody good? Okay, yes. Everybody, give me the thumbs up if you can hear me and see me. Thank you, March Mosley. Give me if everything's A-okay. Now, our website is melissaredpill.com. melissaredpill.com. If you want to find out more about what I'm talking about, more about end times, I have a bestseller book about end times. Go check it out. I've been teaching God's Word for a long time, and now I understand the wonderful truth about end times. It's the end times for them and 1,000 years of peace for us. That's what this is about, end times, and for them, the bad guys. And we're going to talk about that today, the CIA, and how this is all connected, and what President Trump is really doing, and what Kash Patel is doing. And this is where we're headed, the golden age. Now, what I want you guys to do in the meantime, and Songbird, I want you to take the votes. What chapter would you like me to read a little clip out of? Because you guys have already know, and a bunch of you have written reviews. Please, more people go write reviews about this book, but about the wonderful truth about where we're headed as humanity, the golden age of truth, the golden age of justice, of peace, of health, of safety, knowledge, new life, abundance, joy, unity, beauty, entertainment, righteousness, freedom, and Christ the King. All right, so which one of those would you like me to read a little snippet out of before we go tonight? Okay, so let's get started. Here is, let's start with this. Everyone's favorite meathead. Right, I just really can't believe, this is where we are. But we know from the Watergate hearings years ago that Hollywood is run by the CIA. This is what we found this out a long time ago, so this should not shock any of us. If it is shocking to you, that's because my name is Melissa Red Pill, and I'm sorry about that, but that's the truth. All the movies that you've ever watched are part of their propaganda. And so his father was Carl Reiner, and all these shows that we've watched all of our lives, the Dick Van Dyke Show, the Seinfeld shows, all this has been part of their control system over us, and we're waking up to it now. And that's why, to be honest, right now it's really hard for us to watch a show. And okay, HK, I see you say righteousness. Okay, all right. So what else? Everybody else votes. All right. So, we're finding out that this is part of their evil plot against us, and the shows that we wanted, that we thought were so fun, and now we realize in the movies we can't enjoy them anymore, and it's really no bueno. But in the golden age, we will have good entertainment. For example, we went up to see the Les Miserables at the Kennedy Center. And of course, we had to have some of these people say that they weren't going to act the role if President Trump was there, blah, blah, blah. Well, okay, fine. We don't need you. We're good. We'll find someone else who will. But it was such a beautiful production, and that's what we're going to have, is good productions that are not used for evil, like Rob Reiner. Now, President Trump put out a post. Everybody is all up in arms about it. But first of all, I wanted you to see this. This is where Rob Reiner is having a meeting, a video with James Clapper and John Brennan. Now, we already know clearly that these people are dirty, and so it's already been exposed that they are, we already know what they've been doing, but now they're being subpoenaed, and they've lawyered up, and all of that's going on. And so what does that tell you when Rob Reiner is working with them on the Russia hoax? And here's a big, long 22-minute video if you want to watch these creepy guys and hear what they have to say. That's up, that's probably a good idea. What was Reiner's connection to the CIA? Who financed this operation? Hello, thank you, Svetlana. Exactly. And they're trying to overthrow a duly elected president. So I will post this right here. 22 minutes of these creeps. How about that? Wouldn't that be fun? All right, so chalk it up to more of your research. Anyway, so here's the link right here to the Rob Reiner. I'll just put Rob Reiner. This is we've been had for a long time. The ultimate meathead. Now, President Trump posted also, and I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail about this, but he posted that he was, he did say rest in peace, but he was talking about how this man was not a good man. And I think I have the clip of some of the things that he said. Not that one. Okay, so let me just go super quick and say, I should have pulled this up before. I want you to kind of see, it's a bummer that the guy was so anti-Trump. But unfortunately, what we know is, sorry about that, watch your eyes. I'm going to try to just scroll it down to okay, this is it. We know that this guy was in on it. He's in on the CIA, and I'm sorry to say that likely he's been mistreated as a child. But the problem is with these bloodlines, these elite, these controllers, whatever you want to call them, they end up perpetuating this evil. The evil that is done to them, then they perpetuate it to the next generation and generation after that and after that and after that. So my question to you is this. You think he's alive? Do you think he's dead? Do you think he's tried to make a clean escape? Is he part of the ones that the Bible says that they'll say rocks and hills fall on us and hide us from the face of the Lamb for his hour has come, and who can stand? Is he running scared? I'll tell you one thing, if I had done the dirty deeds that he had done, I think I would run. And so they can easily fake their deaths, right? Easily. That's a no-brainer. They control the coroners, they control the media, they control the police, all this. And so, and then whatever would happen, with his son, whether that's true or fake or whatever, I'm just throwing that out there because these people lie for a living. That's what really Hollywood is just a bunch of people being fake and lying. But anyway, he is, he is possibly at some island somewhere or in some bunker somewhere. And I really do think that's what happened with Bush Sr., that he had gone to some bunker somewhere and he was going to be able to, fake his death. And then President Trump showed them a picture of him really dead. I really do believe that's what happened. The pallor of death that came over Jeb Bush's face, this leads me to believe that. That's one of my videos that I did years ago. You can find it over on Rumble. It's one of my most watched videos because, connecting those dots, because I just didn't, there's something very odd in that picture that Laura Bush showed to Jeb Bush. Either way, all of them are of the same ilk, the same, the birds of the feather flock together. They are all CIA, and I would run if it was me. How about you guys? All right. So, yes, there's that about Rob Reiner. And so I'll play a little clip for you because you all love to hear this creep. Check it out.
A sexist in the White House, and he is tearing away at the fabric of our democracy.
The single most unqualified human being to ever assume the presidency of the United States. He's mentally unfit.
People always say, you could redo All in the Family. I said, what do you mean? We're living it. We've got Archie in the White House. He always, when he quotes something that isn't him, and they're talking about Donald Trump, he goes, well, Donald Trump, every character is exactly the same. Well, Donald Trump, every time. And he always does that walk where he does like this, Always.
The problem he has, as far as I can see, is that he's a pathological liar. People have to understand our democracy is being taken away from us. Make no mistake, we have a year before this country becomes a full-on autocracy.
Okay, nobody is going to go this crazy unless there's something that they're afraid of, right? And so he tried everything, and everything he tried failed. And so it would make sense to me that he would bail. And because they know their time is so short. I think they know their time is short. Maybe they've been watching Melly and they've seen my video where I talk about the angels standing in the sun on Christmas Eve. How about that? Wouldn't that be great? Because that's what we're counting on. That's what we're hoping for Christmas. Under the Christmas tree is a bunch of arrests. These people arrested. All right, so we'll just watch and see what happens on that. But, he is definitely CIA. So that's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about today is Trump truths that he's exposing these people. Everybody's all up in arms. How could you speak ill of the dead? Let me just tell you something. The day of having someone all of a sudden just magically become righteous just because they died, that's over. That we're going to tell the truth about someone, the good, the bad, the ugly, and just because they're dead does not mean that we're going to just whitewash everything. I've always thought that was crazy. I understand the person can't speak up for themselves. We can speak up for Rob Reiner if someone's lying about him. The reality is they're not. It's his own mouth. That's out of his own mouth what he is saying about President Trump. All right, so now, okay, you guys. This one is a crazy one. And, okay, maybe this is kayfabe. And what that means is, kind of like in wrestling where it's like, I'll punch you in the nose and you chop me up at the knees and that kind of thing. Is that what is going on with this on Bannon? I'm going to show you this very crazy picture. Have you guys seen this? There's a picture And this is what Elon put out. Only a matter of time before Bannon goes back to prison. Okay, tell me in their tell me in the comments in the chat, what do you think? Do you think that Elon is full of it? Do you think this is fake news? Why do you think he brought this up? And let me show you the thing that, here it is. Here is a picture. Now, some people were saying that this is AI, but I'm just wanting you to see what is going around the internet, what people are seeing, so that you can formulate your own opinion. And so I'll tell you this, my first reaction to Bannon is that he has fought long and hard in this battle, and it would first break my heart, or hurt my feelings if Bannon was no good. We'll see. I shouldn't have drank that cold water. Now I'm wanting to cough about it. Anyway, it's a very strange picture. This picture does not look like it really belongs on this desk. It's a picture of a victim. So it could easily have been, added to this as AI. Okay, I'm just saying that. This is very, very, it could easily have that could have been the case. And that just doesn't, it doesn't look, it looks out of place. It does. So there's that. But what it says here is that Bannon appeared to be there appeared to be a trafficking victim's photo sitting on Epstein's desk. Epstein did take photos of victims, and they were viewed by many as trophies or as a form of leverage. Bannon had been supposedly, allegedly, they're saying they're advising. Now this could be a fake picture too. Bannon had been advising Epstein on how to rehabilitate his public image. Okay, I don't have proof of whether this is true or whether it is not true, and maybe you guys can put in the chat if you have found more out about that. But that's what's going on around the internet. And then you see this on the same date, Lucy, when this broke on the 15th, but this was on the 12th, saying only a matter of time before Bannon goes back to prison. Now, he said some things like President Trump was in the Epstein list. So is this, again, is this kayfabe? Is this trying to kind of provide cover? Okay, shoot over here, get everybody upset about Bannon and get excited about, Bannon's going to go to prison. So that very likely is what's going on, because I'll tell you, Bannon has worked hard and fought tirelessly in this battle. I will say that there are some that are very, very high up in the food chain, so to speak, of the of all these people in the the influencers, so to speak, who some of these people are proving themselves to be bad guys. And a lot of these ones at the very top, like the big names. We've talked about that. I think some of the things Cat Turd has come out with, of course, Tim Pool. I'm not happy with Megyn Kelly, how she's coming out saying, I definitely know and I have absolute confidence that Tyler Robinson's guilty. I mean, what is that? Matt Walsh, on and on. We'll find out in the end who's the naughty, who's the nice. I want to know, but we'll have to maybe wait for Christmas. We'll see. All right, so now going on to the next CIA fun. This does not make any sense to me, and I think I had mentioned this either on, did I show you this on Sunday? Or I know I was on, I get confused. I get talked so much that sometimes I ever forget where I talked about it, but I was on with Nino, and we were talking about this. First of all, have you ever seen anyone's head wrapped like this? They didn't even clean his face. Whoever is this nurse is terrible. She needs to take nursing 101, and you don't tie it like a bonnet under the chin. This just doesn't, no, this is not how you do it. No, what self-respecting nurse would do that? And because this is the thing, even if you're in a hurry, you have to work with one patient at a time. And if he's really someone who has to be triaged, then you have to make sure that you've cleaned the wound thoroughly, because then you'll know if you've taken care of any major wounds. And so, they would have to do that and then wrap it properly. So this does not make any sense at all. And so I want you to hear what he has to say. The other thing which just begs incredulity, he says he was at October 7th also. Guys, did you guys know that? This guy admits that he was at October 7th. So what does that tell you? It's just the whole thing is made up. Now, I need to go and look and see what the poll said, the results of the poll were. But I asked, do you think this is a 100% false flag where no one was hurt? Which I think a lot of them are, because then they know that the parents and the family members won't come against them because they didn't have a loss. Though no one had died in their family. They're just glad to have lived, whatever. And so really it's not to say that they have any love for humanity, but the purpose of these false flags for these inside job orchestrated events is to have the political impact, not the death impact. They use the death impact with the COVID or with the wars or that type of thing. This is for terrorizing and for political impact, controlling the narrative and getting everyone to look over here. All right, so hear what he has to say on that he was at the October 7th event, the shooting, the massacre in Israel. What are the odds? Like 1,000,000,000 to 1? Come on now.
It was a Hanukkah celebration. There were hundreds of people. There were children. There were elders. To fight this bloodthirsty, ravaging hatred.
That's why you're here.
That's why I'm here. We've lived through worse. We're going to get through this, and we're going to get the bastards that did this. I was here with my family. It was a Hanukkah celebration. There were hundreds of people. There were children. There were elderly families enjoying themselves. Children, kids, at a festival, playing, and then all of a sudden it's absolute chaos. There's guns, fire everywhere, people ducking. It was absolute chaos. We didn't know what was happening, where the gunfire was coming from. I saw blood gushing in front of me. I saw people hit, saw people fall to the ground. My only concern was, where are my kids? Where are my kids? Where's my wife? Where's my family?
Okay, sorry. I'm just going to say it. I just feel like everything that he is saying is highly orchestrated and memorized. He's touching on all the heartstring points that everybody would, want to hear. Oh, where the kids? He was looking for my family because he's such a good person. He's not concerned about his own life. He's just concerned about others, and he's got the blood gushing, and the people are panicking, and he says the gun, and then he says fire. So you're just like, oh, I forgot to say fire, So yeah, I clearly don't buy it. I do not buy that he was at both events just coincidentally. I don't buy any of it. I don't. And so here's the picture of him on the ground. Let me see here's the picture of him on the ground. So he was, supposedly there when all of this happened, and he had the presence of mind to take a photo. I just find that always so odd. Now, the one I wanted to show you also is the one, and I don't know where it is. Okay, then we're going to grab this one too, because there's one where he's actually being painted on by a person in the like a makeup artist. And I have it. I do have it. All right. I do have it somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. And no, it's one of these here. Okay. Let me go grab that one. And then in the meantime, I can show you this one. This is, I believe, this Australian Naveed Akram served in the Israeli Defense Forces IDF Gaza. So the shooter is actually, by many accounts, it looks very much like it's David Cohen. That his Facebook profile was copied before it got deleted. And his real name is David Cohen, and he's Jewish. That's how they do this. That's how Rob Reiner works with the CIA, because he is CIA, works with, using Hollywood for their evil. The same thing with how they do these false flags is they have one of their people, their actors is a is in on it, right? One of the IDF, right? And then now you've got this guy, the shooter, is IDF. Now, again, I don't know. All I can get is just gathering data from what people say and the experience of what has happened in the past. I am leaning toward that he was shooting blanks. Have you seen the video that I had posted about that they've got just the guys shooting and someone at point blank range and then they don't even get shot? I mean, it's outrageous. So what is that? Again, the purpose of these events is not for killing. The purpose of the events is for political expediency, for political power, for changing the narrative, for causing terror. And outrageously, Australia is saying we must do something. We must do something about, gun control, and we will do something. You can't own a gun, and no one was doing anything. It's outrageous. The people, the regular people, do not have the right to have a gun in Australia, and I'm not going to Australia under any circumstances, because that is ridiculous. That you're just a sitting duck wherever you go. And so this person comes along and he can have a gun. Well, he was shot and just in the chest, supposedly, and went down. And I would not be surprised if that wasn't a kind of like a paintball that knocked him out, and he's fine. If this is a true false flag, complete inside job, which it looks more and more like it is, if that's the case, then he's not going to be shot. Hey, you could tell by the way he was shooting, he was not worried in the slightest. Watch this. I mean, it's outrageous. Oh, and yes, okay, I'll show you that in just a second. But here's the one where he's shooting.
So this is
Okay, so I want you to see that. There's just no, in my opinion, there's just no way that this guy was at all concerned about about being shot. Not in the slightest. He was not worried about it in the least. And so we see clearly that the people are put into subjection, and they're afraid. No one has a gun, and even if they did have a gun, they wouldn't use it. And even I'm going to just say this too. I have a feeling that this guy, the Ahmed, I was probably buying into Ahmed, especially because President Trump talked about him, until I see that he's like being used to make $1 million. And no telling what the amount. If somebody look up real quick, what is the amount that is they're getting right at this point? It's probably $5 million by now. Because the way they gin it up and they get it all going in the media. They know how to do this. And I'm like, oh, no, not Ahmed. Oh, I thought Ahmed was a hero. So anyway, and I'm sorry, but I don't buy it that he was shot. I just don't buy it. I don't buy it. I've been lied to too many times, and I'm just not going to be, let them treat me like Charlie Brown, with Lucy with the football. I'm not going to buy into the baloney anymore. Okay, so I want you to see this also, that they had been searching for his name online. Let me show you this. Okay, you see?
His name was searched in Israel this morning at 1 a.m. 12 times. And last night at 12 a.m. Another 10 times. Naveed Akram. They had also searched him in Iran, which he's suspected to be from, last night as well. So you see 100 plus searches December 14th, but at 9 a.m. Now, this attack didn't happen at 9 a.m., did it? So this is very suspect. Or more than 100 searches for his name. And previous to today, his name was never searched in the past months. This is today in Australia. You can see searches coming up all today. But let's go to the past 7 days. 0, 0, 0 results, 0 results. Oop, 1 result at 5 a.m. today. Guys, what the fuck is going on? False flag attack. Or what do you think? It's United States. Oop, 2 searches this morning at 7 a.m. and then a spike of searches. Guys, I think you know what this means.
Right. Inside job. Inside job. All right, so I want you to see that. I'm going to get that. I'm going to pull that other picture of this guy being hand painted, or with a fake blood. Let me see if I can find that one again, because I wanted to pull that one up for you guys. Let me see. I just put fake. Let me see if I can search this one up, because I had posted this, but I didn't pull it up for the show. And sorry about that. All right, so yeah, here it is. Here it is. This is the one right here. Let me see if I can grab this one for you. So this, again, this is a picture, but it looks really legitimate to me, that it looks like they are painting his face with fake blood. What do you guys think? That's exactly what it looks like. That's exactly what it looks like. So, I don't know. The whole thing, and that's what's so great about the internet, is that we share this information. And especially when you find out about these people, all one after another. Oh, I was involved in October 7th, and I was and this guy's IDF. That just tells you, IDF is the Israeli Defense Force. I really don't even like to say that name, because I'd like it to be more. I really prefer it to be called Israeli Occupational Force, because they're not defending themselves; they're occupying. So. I know. I'll be like, oh, she's a crazy lady. I don't care. This is the truth. Look it up. All right. So there you go. I just don't buy it. If he's in on it, if he is what this it all appears to be, and this whole thing was about anti-Semitism, and we can't allow anybody to have guns because look how horrible it is. One good guy with a gun would have taken out that bad guy with a gun. And I think that everybody needs to understand that only at the pinnacle will people find the will to change. This is what they have to understand. They cannot continue to put themselves in these positions as sitting ducks. At one point, will someone go, I'm not going to walk out the door without some way to protect myself? I mean, if you can't even preserve your own life, how can you preserve your country? Not possible. All right, so that's what I believe based upon the evidence that I have seen and what I've also seen over and over and over in history. All right, now, the other thing, I want to make sure that you guys saw this. Did you see that there are 2 survivors of the Brown shooting who also survived the mass shootings in Parkland and Saugus in 2019? Okay, there you go. There you go. That's all you need to know. And that's all you need to know. I was just actually looking at something else. I was watching a clip of this girl who's talking about her friend at Brown University, and I'm just sorry. I'm going to just say I don't buy it. She's talking about this, and that all of her friends were saying, "Don't go to the library." It's whatever. And then she's talking about her friend, and her friend's name is Ella, like L. And anyway, L is another name for God. And so I just don't buy it. And this is what I have heard from Ollie Damgard, which I do. He's done research for years and years and years. It's called the Light on Conspiracies. And check that out. Research him. He's got so much research on all these events that they use for their political gain and for their changing the narrative and getting everyone's attention on these things and terrorizing. But when you have these people at multiple events, that's all that you have to know. And then they just come and they pull on the heartstrings on the media, and the media is all too happy to help them to do it. This is a Mossad CIA operation. This is what they do. And so this is, understanding that, it helps you to get off the merry-go-round. It's just too much. It's just too much. I'm not gonna sit here and have them ruin. They want to ruin Hanukkah. They want to ruin Christmas. They want to ruin our celebration days. They want us to be in fear. They want us to be sad. And I'm not going to play. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. So there you go. Now, so all these survivors are the same things. Okay, no, that's not happening either. All right, so next, I wanted you to see that Nancy Pelosi has been subpoenaed. If you remember, and I know that it was not only her son who was involved, but then, of course, Joe Biden's son was involved, and also Mitt Romney's son. They've used their sons to be their money bags, to be able to work this, use their connections in politics so that they can use their sons to be the the ones who are bringing in the money. Okay, so here's what's going on with Nancy Pelosi, that she's subpoenaed in the Department of Justice in a federal criminal case in the Northern District of California. No official word on charges yet, but reports are possibly seditious conspiracy. Seditious conspiracy, like, and as in treason, sedition, as a conspiracy working together with multiple people to do this. That's what it appears. Now, she had to have this read before Congress because as a one of our representatives in our country. No official word on that, but it's related to her role in the January 6th and the 6th committee, as well as insider trading, racketeering, money laundering, and bribery. Those normally all go together. So if she's had, we already know that something's very fishy about the amount of money that she made. And so it's bringing down this whole corrupt, diseased temple, right? And so this, how they've been running this game on us where they're gobbling up all the wealth and we're sitting here, and lose our shirts all the time if we put our money in the stock market. Anyway, so the racketeering is organized crime. Think of a mob crime family. We know that she's from this mob crime family, and so that they're connecting all that, and it appears to be time. Of all the ones that we've talked about, who would be the first one to be arrested, I don't know that we've really thought about that it would be Nancy Pelosi. We'll find out. We'll see. I hope it's all of them. I hope it's all of them on Christmas Eve. That's what I want, Santa Claus. All right. So anyway, the money laundering, of course, they have to do that when they do these crimes. They have to do some way that they buy drugs or buy homes or buy whatever. And of course, they're all upset that President Trump is blasting out these drug boats out of the water, and because they're all on the same team, right? And of course, bribery related to her husband's shady investments and her son's corrupt business dealings in China and Ukraine that have illegally raked in over $100 million for the Pelosi family and Nancy Pelosi personally via a massive influence peddling scheme where Nancy Pelosi abused her position as the Speaker of the House to sell out our country and to hostile foreign governments. That's where you get the sedition. You get it because she's doing this for other countries and raking in all this money. So it's pure evil. It's sedition. Okay, so I'm going to say something I meant to say earlier when I was talking about Rob Reiner. Everyone's up in arms about, how could he be so rude? How could he be so evil? This man is dead, and how could he talk evil of the dead? And let me tell you something. We have to be tough. Even Hollyhand, who thought he was going to be the next Charlie Kirk. How funny is that? He's like, that's how you lose Gen X. It's because if you go along and you're saying these mean things, then they'll just bolt. No, you know what Gen X will bolt on is if you let evildoers get away with their evil and you call them good. That's what Gen X does not want. That's what no X, and nobody wants that. We're sick of it up to here. We want the evil called out. Whether they're alive or dead, we don't care. We just want to call a spade, and we want someone who is willing to do that. Okay? Speaking of which, Candace Owens just got finished doing a video where she was talking about her meeting with Karika Kirk, and that's a whole different topic I need to go into. But basically, it appears that in part, the right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing over at TPUSA, and so that was part of the explanation. But they still don't have any good explanation as to, why everybody is so convinced that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk. And so they're just saying, well, that's what, FBI is saying, so we're going to go with that. But all they have, what she said that she found out yesterday, all they have is those confessionals that sound like they were written by the CIA, right? Oh, that's all they have. They don't have. The TPUSA has not seen videos. They've not seen any other evidence that, and they haven't even contacted the people who saw someone who was on the roof with a gun. They haven't even called that guy. So there's a lot of very, very strange things going on here. And so, for everybody to say there's clear, undeniable proof that Tyler Robinson did this, there's no There's not enough evidence, at least that we've seen. Now, maybe the FBI has something that we don't have, but TPUSA doesn't have it, is what she has found out. And I can't. That's for the biggest things. Oh, you know what? There was one other thing. I was going to post this. She was saying that, some of these people, some of these influencers are getting paid to talk trash about her. And guess who they're being paid by? Y'all want to guess? What do you want to guess? PragerU. PragerU is paying influencers. There you go. That's another heartbreak. PragerU is a big old fat heartbreak. Yeah, don't trust PragerU. I'm sorry. I wish it wasn't that way, y'all. I really do. I wish I was Pollyanna and I just trusted everybody and I thought they were all so nice and they're great. I can't do it because I think too much. I piece it together and I'm like, this person's dirty and that person's dirty and they're dirty, dirty dogs. Yeah, don't trust PragerU. All right. Now, here's our little Ahmed al-Ahmed. Oh, and you guys, I didn't pull this one up either. I'm searching information about Ahmed, and would you believe it said that there was one that happened in 2024? Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to pull that up. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be doing this on the fly. This is not professional at all. I don't care. It's okay because it's more important for you guys to get to the truth about this. Well, this was also in Bondi Beach. All right, I hope I'm saying that right. I should not have had that cold water. It just made my throat close up. Okay, here it is. I found it. That wasn't too bad, right? Okay, copy the link. I'm going to pop it right here. All right, look at this. You're not going to believe this. The query Ahmed shot refers to Ahmed al-Ahmed, the man who disarmed a gunman at the Bondi Junction attack in Sydney, Australia, in April 13th of 2024. Does anybody have any recollection of that at all? I have no remembrance of that. What's going on with AI? What is going on? Where he was shot multiple times but survived, becoming a hero for saving lives. Other people named Ahmed have also been shot, including Ahmed. Oh, whatever. That's different things. You know, and there was a stabbing spree in April 2024. You mean to tell me at the Bondi area there was an Ahmed al-Ahmed and there was a stabbing spree in April 2024 that I have no recollection of? Does anybody, please tell me in the chat if anybody has any recollection of this. And so now you've got this other one with Ahmed al-Ahmed in the Bondi Beach in Sydney, Australia, a year and a half later. I just don't buy it. What is going on with the AI? It's like garbage. I've had it up to here with AI. I've absolutely had it up to here. And I'm like, you're just a propaganda tool. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. I'm over there arguing with AI. It's just like, it's very aggravating. AI is, I'm not. So nobody has never heard of it. So what is that? It's not my throat. Wooden shoes. Thank you. It's not my throat. I know it sounds like it's my throat. It's not my throat. It's and I was hoping for us to talk about it tonight and something happened and we aren't going to be able to do it, but it's because of the allergic reaction I got because of being around that bleach. I can't take bleach anymore. Since I was poisoned, I can't take bleach. I can't be around bleach. My system goes, warning, oh, Melissa's going to shut down. So anyway, that's what it is. It's not, I wish it was cold. I wish it was that I had the sniffles. No sniffles. Darn it. All right, so isn't this crazy, y'all? Isn't that crazy? What is going on with AI? Don't trust AI. Okay, how many people have I told you don't trust? Okay, the whole Rob Reiner incident, the whole, the Bondi incident. Don't trust AI. I'm like, I don't know if you can trust Bannon. I mean, it's just like, what? We're going to have some heartbreaks. They said that we would have some heartbreaks, but okay. And I have been okay, here's the next thing. Of course, don't trust Nancy Pelosi. You guys knew that. You knew that. And so, don't trust Ahmed al-Ahmed, either from 2024 or from 2025. Okay, I'm going to show you this at the end. But first of all, I'm going to show you this. Oh my goodness. I have tried so hard to just overlook and let things go and try to find some plausible explanation and all this, trying to find a way to understand, that Erica Kirk is grieving and she's, whatever. Or that maybe this is not even Erica Kirk, that the real Erica Kirk is with Charlie in witness protection. And that's what I was just going to show you here. Here's the witness protection area. This is an area called Valhalla in Goat Island near where is it? What's the name of the island? Next to Australia, there's New Zealand. Okay, so it's supposedly right here. So check this out. It's a picture of Goat Island, and then right next to it, you will see this other little island, and then on there, there's a that Tyler Robinson had in his picture was the goat island. I want you to see it in case you missed it the other day. Here's the Valhalla Danish house right there. I know it's a little hard to read. Valhalla Danish house. That's impossible to read. All right, Valhalla Danish house right there. And so, okay, I'm going to tell you where I am on this at this point. What I'm kind of leaning toward. Anyway, so potentially that's another name for, as I talked about this on my last video, that's another name for witness protection, and that could, when Kash Patel said he would see Charlie Kirk in Valhalla, maybe he's talking about this. We also know that Charlie Kirk has been talking about bringing down this corrupt, diseased temple by the end of the year. Okay, y'all, we're like 15 days, and we're done with this year. Now, so what's going on with this? Okay, this is where I am at this point. There's just so many weird things about how she was, in these movies or whatever, these shows that Erica Kirk was in these shows. It just is so strange. And now this, it's just another a straw that is breaking the camel's back. She's in this, she's purporting herself to be this really strong Christian, and all of a sudden she's, just doing all these things that don't really seem like what is, it just doesn't match. She's in this show, and there's all this drinking and carrying on going on, and it just doesn't seem to match, because she seems like highly dedicated to the Lord, and it just seems like a disconnect. It just makes me go like, I don't understand this picture. All right. But I'm just going on about my business. I'm like, okay, well, maybe she's in Valhalla with Charlie. But then we get this, and we have proof that this is true. That Erica Franz Kirk was dating Cabot Phillips just before she met Charlie Kirk, despite her claims of being single. And who is Cabot Phillips? Cabot Phillips is one of the editors of, what's it called? He's one of the editors of, he's one of the editors of, my brain is not telling me. He's one of the editors of the Mail. Was it? Let me look it up. Cabot Phillips is the editor. I want to say Daily Mail, but I want to make sure I'm telling you right. Okay. Is that it? Everybody just drum roll. Just please stand by. Okay. Daily Wire. I said Daily Mail. It was Daily Wire. Okay. So, I'm sorry. Okay. Y'all feel free to check out if you're like, I can't take it, Melissa. I can't take it. There's more people I can't trust. But this is what I think is happening. Are y'all ready to hear what I think is happening? I don't want to think this. I don't want to think it, but I'm going to tell you what I think is happening. I hate this. I hate to even say this. Okay, she's dating this person. Why did they scrub the internet? Okay, if you dated someone before you dated your husband or your wife, okay, no big deal. okay, whatever. I dated someone and we broke up and it's going down the road. No big deal. Why do you scrub the internet unless you're doing something fishy? They have scrubbed the internet of this relationship. Why? Here they are painting something together. They're in painting class. And oh yes, we're the couple that gets painting classes together. So she and he are like, you can tell they really, are, enjoying their relationship, which is great. Lovely. The only problem comes in when you want to go and do a hostile takeover for TPUSA and you purport yourself to be something to Charlie Kirk that you're not, that you love him. I hope that's not the case. I hope that's not the case. I hope that's not true. I hope that's not true. I hope it's not true. I hope one day someone's going to say, Melissa, see, you were full of it. There's no way she loved him. But I'll show you this. They cleaned the internet from it, and here, this is real. When you go back, I'm gonna send you the link. I'm gonna send you the link right now, if I can find it. Here it is, right here. Here we go. Here's the link. Copy the clean link. We're gonna put it right here. Y'all can go grab it. Songbird, you're gonna put it over in the in the chat, in the comments. That is the link where they are here doing this picture of together of them painting, which is fine. It's like, okay, fine, you're having a relationship and then you break up for whatever reason, and great. And then she ends up with Charlie. Why cleanse the internet of this? Why? And then you've got right here, you've got this picture. Something's just not, the vibe is not working for me. It's just not working for me. And he says, Cabot, okay, so they're trying to delete everything off the internet. The problem is you can't delete all the replies and the people have replied and the people have liked and all these things that are in the history. And they've replied to Erica Franzi, they've replied to Cabot Phillips, and you can't unreply. You can't undo it. All you can do is remove your post, but you can't remove their post, their like, their reply. Is that making sense? All right. So I see. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Good. Thanks, Songbird. Thanks, Watcher 8. All right. So yeah. So now, okay, this is the thing that's happening now. Because when you look at Erica, she looks like, oh, this is what it looks like to me. And again, I hope I'm all wrong. I'm hoping I'm all wrong. But it's looking like she's saying, that the plan was that she would marry Charlie, and eventually this would happen. If that really is the case, this is pure evil. And then she would bring in this guy who is a tried and true Israel supporter, and someone they can trust. Remember how Biden used to always talk about there's someone who they can trust. So this Cabot Phillips would be someone they can trust. So yeah, look at what now it says. Miss Erica Kirk says, "I love you more than words will ever be able to describe. This life with you is everything." This is the problem with X. She was writing this to someone else. She was writing this to Cabot Phillips all these years ago, and she wasn't. It was before she was Erica Kirk. Anyway, so all these things are. You can go back in the Wayback Machine and you can find these things, and that's what these people have done. So you've got to hand it to the Anons. We're just you can't lie to us anymore. Okay, so here's the video. Check it out. All right, so the post, as you see up here, was deleted by the author. But then people had been replying to Cabot Phillips and Erica Franzi, lovebirds. And here's a beautiful photo. They reply to them. Gorgeous couple. How cute are y'all? Okay, so this they clearly had this relationship. Okay, which it would be fine. The only thing that's not fine is if Charlie mysteriously dies, and then this Cabot person comes in to take his position. Yeah. The relationship surfaced after Erica's CBS town hall claiming to not have dated at all for 5 years before she met met Charlie. And then I want you to see, it's saying here, he's currently scheduled to do a college tour for TPUSA in place of Charlie. Okay, so yeah, and she's controlling all these millions. I don't feel good about it. I'm just gonna say I don't feel good about it. So there you go. I just want you to be aware of what's going on the internet, because the internet is forever, and the internet people are on it, and we're sick up to here of being lied to. And in the past, we didn't have the ability to push back. We didn't have the ability to put this truth out on the internet. We didn't have we weren't awake to do even the research. But now we are. And we have the Wayback Machine, and we have all these ways to get to the bottom of these things. All right, so there you go. Sorry, my name is Melissa Red Pill, but that's what my name is, and that's what I got to do. Okay, so I've shown you that. Yeah, this was a lot of red pills today. Sorry. All right, so I'll tell you more soon about, and I'll be posting on social media. If you're not familiar with social media, go to Melissa Red Pill, and then go to all the social media right here, and you'll see, you'll find the real Mellies right here, the social media platforms as far as the True Social, Telegram, and all that. And then you'll also see the video channels. You'll see my Rumble and my YouTube, and the BitChute are the ones that I'm posting on right now. All right, so okay, somebody tell me who won. What good is it going to do you, Ken Weinkauf, if you start drinking? What is it going to help? We need you in this battle, bro. We need everybody, all hands on deck. It's not going to help to drink. We got no time for drinking. Okay, so yes, we're going to make it, and we're all here together, and I'm really thankful for you guys. I know that you're so thankful that we're here together, because it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, so tell me, what chapter were we going to do? Who won? Who won? The only one that I saw was, and I've already forgotten what he say. Yeah. Yes, Nino and I are on tonight. I think it was, it was 6 p.m. Mountain time. So yeah, it's probably going to come up here just in a minute. Yeah. So yeah, you'll be sick of me. All right. So I'll do this real quick. Did I say, what you said? Righteousness, didn't you? Mitch, H. Clay. Are you a Mr. or a Mrs.? I always think you're a Mr., but you might, H. Clay could be Harriet or something. I don't know. All right. So, Henrietta. Okay. Righteousness, page 191. Oh, I cannot wait. Can you imagine the earth being filled with people who are righteous, and no more of these people you can't trust? This is a really good one to pick tonight, actually, H. Clay. All right. So, yeah, righteousness. You're a Mr. Okay. Okay, good. I thought you were a Mr. I didn't know. So, all right. So here is where, I love Isaiah 62. On page 192 of the book, the Golden Age. Okay, so I love this so much. I love this. I could read the whole thing. Of course, my voice won't make it. Arise and shine, for your light has come, and Yahweh's glory has risen on you. For behold, the darkness will cover the earth, and thick darkness the peoples, but Yahweh will arise on you. Yahweh will arise on you, and his glory shall be seen on you. Nations will come to your light, and kings to the brightness of your rising. We are rising out of the ashes. We're rising so that we're not going to be lied to and misled and abused anymore and stolen from. Nancy Pants, right? The glory of Lebanon shall come to you, the cypress tree, the pine, the box tree together to beautify the place of my sanctuary, and I will make the place of my feet glorious. I will also make your governor and righteousness your ruler. What that means is you'll have righteous people in these positions of authority. No more of these creeps in Australia who just leave people out there as sitting ducks. You'll have all righteous people, like our wonderful president. When Rob Reiner hates him, that tells me one thing. He's wonderful, right? You will call your walls salvation and your gates praise, and then your people will all be righteous. All of the people will be righteous. Only the righteous will be left on the earth, you guys. No more Satan worshipers, no more evildoers. They will inherit the land forever, the branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. Oh, I love that. Okay. And so it says also, the remnant of Israel, God's people, the true people of God, will do no wrong. They will never tell lies or deceive one another. They will eat and sleep in safety, and no one will make them afraid. Isn't this a wonderful promise from God's word? Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 12 and 13. It's going to be so wonderful. It's going to be so wonderful. For when the judgments are on the earth, the inhabitants of the earth will learn righteousness. Everybody's going to learn what it is to be righteous, and they will be righteous in the earth. It's beautiful. Not out of fear, but just because of the Spirit of the living God, and no more demon worship in the world. It's going to be so wonderful. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in justice. So, in other words, our Lord Jesus will rule as the king of the world, and he will have princes all over the world who will be good puppets, good leaders in these positions. Think of people like, the one in El Salvador, Bukele. Think of Orban in Hungary. All these wonderful ones who will, all over the world. All over the world. And we're seeing like Bulgaria just has removed its evil group. Chile, the people were rejoicing in the streets because their socialist government has cratered. This is such a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. The whole thing of House of Cards is coming down. We're watching a collapse of this evil tyrant government. All right, so before we go, I'll show you, this is where you can get the books, and you can read more about it over on, come on, little guy, over on Melissa Red Pill. You can see more about the books, The Golden Age. You can read little snippets over there. And I have the audiobooks for all of these, The End Times and 1,000 Years of Peace, which is the Revelation Decode, The Major Clues from Minor Prophets, which is about all the promises that the Lord spoke through the minor prophets that we are witnessing in this day, and also the 17 Bible stories happening before our eyes. And this is biblical. This is how it's a roadmap for us about where we're going, so we know exactly this the playbook, the Lord's playbook, the righteous playbook. But I haven't done the audiobook for this one, The Golden Age, yet, but I have the audiobook for the other ones. All right, I think that's it. Let's check real super quick. Did you see the silver price today? Why is my screen doing this? It's being so mean to me. Let's see what it's doing. $64. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. $64. Those banksters are having a fit. They're having a fit. Isn't that great? That's the end of the banks, you guys. This is it. That's so funny. That makes me so happy. Every day that they wake up and the price of silver is so high, they know it's their doom. It's their doom. It's so great. I just love it. It makes me so happy. Let's pray. Again, Lord, we praise you and we thank you. You are the new wine. You are the one who gives us joy in the day of battle, the day of and hope and confidence that of the beautiful days that are coming, of health and wealth and peace. Lord, they are attacking us so bad, attacking our nervous system or whatever it is. But Lord, we know that we will make it. You will see us through, and that you will show us these beautiful, bright days. Thank you, Lord, that everyone on earth will be righteous. Oh, I can't even wait. Lord, I just pray that you would just continue to guide us. Help us to know who to believe, who to trust, what to believe, what to trust. And ultimately, we put our trust in you, and that you will guide us into all truth, because the truth will set us free. I pray for everyone on the battalion. I pray you continue to strengthen them, use them in a mighty way. Help them to know that you have chosen them, hand-selected them for this day, and that you have chosen them to be in this amazing battle. And what an honor it is. And we're not going to slough off. We're going to fulfill the role that you have given to us. You have considered us worthy, and you've called us into service. And we are so honored to do so. And we praise you and we thank you, Lord. I pray that you'll protect everyone here, protect their health, protect their finances, protect everything about them, protect their peace of mind and their families. We pray this in your wonderful name, King Jesus, the King of the world. Amen. I hope you guys are ready for a Merry Christmas. I will see you again, though. I'll keep posting before we go for holiday. But yeah, definitely check into my health page if you haven't done that. You can go to freedomforce.live/health, and then you can find out more about how you can, no matter how you're attacked, that you can detox, and that you can make sure that your gut is healthy. Everything is natural, and stay away from you know who, some of these pills, some of this Harma stuff, okay? Let's all do that. And I guess that's it. It's time to go. As always, it goes too quick, doesn't it? It does. I love you guys. I'll play our little song because I think it didn't play at the beginning. So let me play our little song. Don't forget to hit the like button before you go, and make sure your bell is rung so you know when we're doing our show. And make sure to please go and like all the stuff that I'm doing over on YouTube to help us to grow back over there, since they canned us, right? Unfairly. All right, this is it. Love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Battle. Fear grips all the people. Every face grows pale with terror. The attackers march like warriors and scale city walls like soldiers. Straight forward they march, never breaking rank. They never jostle each other. Each moves in exactly the right position. They break through the defenses without missing a step. They swarm over the city and run along its walls. They enter all the houses, climbing like thieves through the windows. The earth quakes as they advance, and the heavens tremble. The sun and moon grow dark, and the stars no longer shine. The Lord is at the head of the column. He leads them with a shout. This is His mighty army, and they follow His orders.